Happy Friday, Wildcats. We finally had a pretty majority happy episode, and I'm so excited because, spoiler alert, this might be my favorite episode of the second season so far. I've got my coffee, and so you guys know I'm ready to talk about High School Musical, the series, Season 2, Episode 10. I believe it was called The Transformation. First and foremost, we have to talk about our Wildcat of the Week, and I guess I'm cheating again this week because my Wildcat of the Week is all of them. All throughout the episode and all trying to set up for this video, I'm trying to think, is there anyone that I feel was like the Wildcat of this week? And I genuinely don't have one, unless I'm gonna repeat somebody just because they're my favorite character, Gina. But like, I didn't want to do that, and I didn't want to do a disservice to all of the characters and all the awesome writing that went on this episode. So my Wildcat is just everyone, which is totally a cop-out. You guys can call me out for it in the comments. Even Mr. Mazzara and Miss Jen, which we'll get into in a little bit, both shine this episode. I genuinely couldn't think of one person. So I really think they worked well as a team, and obviously with this episode being split into like the girls sleepover feature Seb and the boys sleepover, I think it was just kind of like a really nice episode. Like, I genuinely just enjoyed this episode so much. For all of my bop to the top moments, which there were several of them, the number one that I just want to get off right off the bat is Mr. Mazzara, and when Miss Jen goes to hold his hand when they're doing their like fake therapy session, it reminded me the way he like grips his fist afterwards and is trying to like pretend like it was no big deal even though he has the biggest crush on her. Really reminded me of that scene in Pride and Prejudice where they like touch hands for the first time and Mr. Darcy does like this thing, and everyone's like, oh, that's so hot, like he's so into her. Big Red's enthusiasm throughout this whole episode, I kind of wanted to choose him, but I knew I'd already picked him, and I'm trying to avoid as many repeats as possible, although I think I've done everyone at this point. But Big Red's enthusiasm about power tools, keeping people on track, and then, of course, the sleepovers just in general. I think that was a perfect way to split up the cast to kind of get people in a room talking that had previously avoided each other. Carlos, I've never really seen have a conversation with EJ or necessarily Big Red, and then to have him and Ricky become bros this episode, all of their interactions just really like meant a lot to me, and I just think it was so cute to get to see a new shuffling of which characters were interacting and how they all responded to like similar issues going on. Kind of just put me back in like middle school and high school when like you knew like you and someone at your like sleepover party would be texting like a guy from like the other sleepover party, and you're trying to keep up on what the other people are doing. This whole series just like is like the ideal high school experience, I feel like, and it's so cute, and I love the way they point out little subtle stuff like that. Of course, as the Portwell, unashamed Portwell shipper that I am, the risotto comment and the fact that EJ, who has been working on his self-image, the way he sees himself, improving himself, and he even mentions this episode how he doesn't want to get rejected by Gina, showing how much he does care for her. The way EJ just came out and said, do you want to do risotto for real this time? And the smile on Gina's face, they're so cute. I swear watching the show is like seeing two of your friends in real life finally like get together when they're like having a crush on each other. High School Musical, the series creators. If I do not see this risotto date, I'm going to be so bummed because I've not been this excited for a TV show date episode than when Captain Swan, Captain Hook, and Emma Swan from Once Upon a Time, when they went on their first date, and I've not been that excited since then. Also, should we host like a live stream where I cook risotto? Like this video if you want to see me cook risotto or attempt to cook risotto. I still don't really understand what risotto is. It is a northern Italian rice dish cooked with broth until it reaches a creamy consistency. The broth can be derived from meat, fish, or vegetables. Last but not least, and again, this is a little bit more of like a celebration of the show as a whole, but Carlos and Seb, the song that Carlos and Ricky write for Seb so that Carlos and him can like get back on good terms and stuff, the way that this series doesn't prioritize one couple over another just makes my heart so happy. Obviously, season 1, there was an entire through line of Ricky and Nene, and the EJ stuff was played off for laughs, but like this season, we have really been able to like enjoy every couple and see them go through different issues and tackle different things. And I just really love that. Like, I love that it's not a one couple show or a one ship show. Like, there are So many people, Ashlyn and Big Red, have had their conversation about career paths. Carlos and Seb have now their conversations just about their insecurities of like not actually wanting to be together and only being together because they're the only two other gay guys at the school. Being able to have those conversations, and then even seeing a couple like Ricky and Nene, which is a little bit hotter and colder, but there's real feelings and deep feelings there. I just think this show just does such a good job making all different areas of like high schoolers, their high school experience, feel so represented in the show. Grow these characters and show them go through different things, show that no one's perfect, but like you're all deserving of this like happy ending, so to speak. And I love that, and Seb and Carlos are so cute, and it's made even better by the fact that Joe Serafini and Frankie Rodriguez are together in real life, and it's just, they're so cute. They're so cute. Okay, scream moments. I've got a few. I think we all share them. Lily, why is she calling Ricky? Is it a diversion for the musical? Is it the fact that they're trying to give her a redemption arc? Because I'm sorry, like I know she's just a kid, but like she's been a jerk. So like I'm not a fan of her getting a redemption arc. She's not like a Sharpay where I can see where she's coming from. Nope, sorry, done. You're cut off, sweetie. Stop. Nene and her whole like, oh, why didn't I hear about this and no secrets? Like, Nene, you have gone out of your way to make everyone else in this whole school feel like you kind of want to distance yourself from them. She hasn't really made an effort to try to be a part of anyone else's life when stuff has been working out for her. It's only when she's in a pickle, like she's run out of music ideas that she calls Ashlyn. It's only when like her and Ricky break up that she wants to hang out with all the girls. And so not loving that, Nene. That's not really the Wildcat spirit that we want to have. So that's just kind of been bothering me. And last thing is Ricky falling. I saw it coming, and then no one just wanted to like run and grab him. Obviously they were trying to like up the drama. Perfect place to end the episode, by the way. That was fantastic. Also, there was no Ricky in the sneak peeks that I saw for the next week's episode. So, what's going on? Like, is he gonna have to perform in a cast or a boot, or who's gonna play Beast? You know, these are the takeaways that I have for this episode. Overall, this episode gets all my Wildcats. Comedy was there. Character development was there. To have a cast of Gina, Ashlyn, Nene, Ricky, to have a cast of almost 10 characters with unique individual personalities is really strong. And obviously I know like TV shows have been doing this for the end of time. Like, why am I so special about this show? It's because it's a show that's intended for kids to watch. And I think there's a huge gap in the market sometimes with not writing things intelligently or interesting or not putting any care into it because it's a kids TV show. There was a period in Disney Channel history where I feel like a lot of the stuff was kind of dumb. Now maybe it's because I was in my like preteen years and I was like, this isn't cool anymore. Like I've never really been cool, so like I've never really had that opinion about anything. I just feel like there's been a lack in quality of writing in certain aspects in Disney Channel's past, and so to see a show like this that is just like capture the attention of everyone and is so good and so deserving of that attention just makes me so happy. Last thing, did anyone else notice the deja vu reference? He was like, oh, it gives me deja vu, and they're talking about Nene, and I was like, this show is too on the nose. What did you guys think about this week's episode of High School Musical, the musical, the series? I'm giving it all the Wildcats. I know I got rid of my ratings, but like this might just be my favorite episode of the season, at least this far, maybe in total. We have 2 more episodes left to go. So be sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss these review videos and my weekly live streams where I chat with you guys about your opinions. Tomorrow's will be a big one because we're going to be talking about episode 9 and 10 since I wasn't able to do the live stream last week. So be there or be square. Have an absolutely amazing day, and I'll see you in my very next video. Bye, everyone.